So today I've got another weapon review for you guys. I'm using the SCAR-HSV here, one of the last DMRs you do unlock, and it is actually a really nice one to use. I am in fact using the DPM6 camo here, and people have been asking me how you unlock it. So basically I'll tell you right now. What you have to do is play Capture the Flag, which you get through the Second Assault DLC, and then to get the camo you have to just help a flag get captured with the chopper. So what you would have to do is get in your attack chopper, go towards the flag, get a teammate to get the flag, jump in your chopper, then fly him back or near to your objective and then tell him to get out, capture the flag, and then you will get this camo. It's a really nice one to use and definitely one that I think looks good as the Black Shark camo. Anyway, let's move on to some stats for this weapon. So on screen now are some stats for the weapon. As it is a DMR, it is available on all the classes, and its damage is quite high. You can take people out in 3 shots at pretty much any range, and that is when they're on full health, and that's when you hit them in the body. If you hit them in the head, it can go down to 2 shots or even 1 at really close range, and if you're playing hardcore, you're going to be taking them out pretty quick, and if they are already damaged, you're going to be taking them out quick again. Also, the fire rate is pretty low compared to some of the other DMRs like the SKS. 260 RPM, it's not that high, so even if you do have a really fast trigger finger, you're not going to be shooting all that quick. Now the mag size is the 20 with the 21 if you do have one in the chamber, and then the reload time is fairly quick, 1.9 seconds, well it's actually 1.85, just rounded it up to fit it on screen, and then the 2.3 seconds. So overall, you've got pretty decent stats. The only thing which I don't really like about the weapon is the fire rate. Anyway, let's get back onto some gameplay, and I'll tell you about how you should really be playing with this weapon. So with this DMR, the best game modes to use it on are going to be the bigger ones, your Conquest, your Rush, not really the small game modes like I'm playing here. I was only playing on Domination here to get some gameplay, but most of the time you want to be using this weapon on the big maps. Now this is because it is more of a long range weapon than a close quarter weapon, because when you're at close quarters, pretty much all the other weapons are going to beat you in those gunfights. Because of your slow fire rate, the fact is you're not going to be able to take out the enemy players. Now with a weapon like the SKS, you can be up against some of the enemy players, because if you've got a good accuracy and a good trigger finger, you can take most people out even if they're a skilled player. But with this SCAR-HSV, you don't have the high fire rate. Even if you are accurate, then you're not really going to be taking out the players. Now another thing about this weapon is I found that when you're going for a long range shot, it isn't all that accurate. I don't know why this is, maybe it's just me or the scope I was using, but I found that I was missing a few shots, or quite a few shots. So I don't know why this is. Maybe it isn't for you, maybe it's just for me, but bear that in mind when you are going for long range kills. Try and make sure that you know you're going to get the shot on target. Now a cool thing to use this weapon, or how to use this weapon, is to go into hardcore, try and slap a suppressor on it, and maybe even a thermal scope like I am doing here, and then you could play on Gulf of Oman, and then when the sandstorm comes in, you're going to feel really cool because you've got all this sand flying around, and then with this scope you'll be able to see right through it, see where the enemies are, and take them out. And the suppressor will just make you feel that a little bit more sneaky. You could even play on a hardcore server to get easy kills real quick. I remember playing on Rush, I was playing on Metro, managed to get behind a rock, I was defending, and then as all the attackers were jumping over me, I was just taking them all out, and because it was hardcore, they didn't know where I was. I had a suppressor as well, so it was really good, and I just felt like such a noob though, because it was so easy to get all the kills. Now like I said, you do want to be playing this with this weapon on the longer range maps, so maybe suppressor won't be good for going for long range kills, but you could use a heavy barrel or something to get those longer range kills, and then maybe a bipod if you want to go for really long range kills and you don't want to have the trouble of the recoil. But I was using the angled grip just so that my first shot didn't have as much recoil as the follow-up shots, which meant that I could get like really quick kills in succession, because it meant that I could keep the recoil together. Like I didn't have to worry about it all that much. Now for your scope attachment, I would say don't use the iron sights if you cannot. Don't even use the one-time scopes. Try and use a higher powered scope, maybe your 4 times or 3.4 times, or even one of the thermal scopes or night vision scopes. They are quite good. I was using the thermal scope here, but I also had the Russian 3.4 times scope unlocked, so I was also using that, and it did work quite well because long range targets, I could take them out pretty easily, and I felt that I was playing a good part on the battlefield. But anyway, this has been my review for the SCAR-HSV. Definitely a nice weapon to use. You can unlock it now if you're premium for free. I got it through the shortcut bundle, although I was only a few XP off it. I thought might as well unlock it, so yeah, that's how I got it. But anyway, I've been Rahul. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the battlefield.